part 2 of 121. We're going to go. So last time I finished with this, just following the lesson. Didn't do anything fancy. You click and it says stuff. Easy. Now I'm going to make it move the turtle. Now when you have written code that handles the event and the shapes being clicked, you will program the event handler to do more than just print a statement. Okay, so we're going to make it do stuff more than just say this. Okay. So let's follow the directions. In the import statements section of your code, import the random module with the statement import random as rand. Oh, cool. We're going to use randomization now. All right. So there, you add that. Why is this giving me an error? Oh, it's not an error. It's a warning because we haven't used rand yet. Okay. And I'm going to add this to my list of stuff. And this is from 121. Okay, I'm not. So we have to add probably all these random methods. The random module has several useful methods such as generating random. It's these stupid rubber bands. 1 week, they're almost gone. Such as generating random numbers within a range and selecting a random item. All right, so you need to import random. This is how we have all our random number generator stuff. It's not built into the turtle methods. It's kind of a separate thing in Python. So that's why we import random. So the things that we're going to be doing today are these two. So I'm going to add both these to the list. And choice list. Okay, so what do each of these do? I'm going to do a description. So we have a random integer, where start is an integer representing the smallest possible number, and n is the largest. So here's an example. Example would be randint, and then we go start if we go 0, 5. And then this would be integer between 0 and 5. So something like that. So that's what we're doing with randint right there. Randint, start, end, those are integers, and that's how it works. Now what does choice list do? List is a choice event. Okay. So the choice list, this lets us have, I don't like to use their font. Paste it. Oh no, not everything. Paint that. And then I don't like to be bold on everything. It returns a random thing from the list. So this gives you a random number. So you just go 0 to 5. This would be, hey, I have a list of random things, and then give me one at random. So this is useful maybe if you have colors or a random turtle you want to click on, or it's something that's just not integers between a certain range, right? This gives you more flexibility with a list. All right. So, okay. Now, how do you use these? I think you have to go rand dot those things. Yeah. You want to call randint to give a random number between 1 and 100. What would the code look like? 1 and 100. But since I did import random as rand, I think I have to do this. Yeah. But I think this would have worked. Doesn't that work? Oh, can't I say random? Oh, even if that's a module name? I thought you can still do both. Maybe not. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just a teacher here. So you actually have to do rand dot those things. So I'm actually going to say rand dot. And then you need to import this beginning to use random functions. We call them functions or methods. I don't really care. I think they're called methods, but then they called them procedures in Python. But then they call them functions. I'm going to call it functions. I don't care the difference right now. Functions. I don't care. So to use that, we got to type it in like that. Okay. So you do have to rand.randint, like C. Okay. Good to know. Define a new function called change position. Did I have to do anything yet? No. Defining change position. All right. Let's define it. And if you need help, you just go to spoilers. Easy. So we're going to put a new function down here. Change position. All right. In order to move your shape to a new random location, you have to first generate random numbers from the X and Y coordinates. The default screen size for the turtle is 400 by 300, right? So 400 and the X value, I think it's 200 each way, and 300, so 150 up, 150 down. Oh. Yeah. So if I were to draw this on the screen, just a note here. I probably should just make sure it looks right. So you have a reference. No, just don't do all that. Bell schedule, no one cares. All right, so the way this works, you got like a coordinate plane, right? And then the idea is that this goes to about negative 200 this way. This goes to about positive 200. This goes to about positive 150, and this goes to about negative 150. Negative. So roughly the idea on the default size. We don't have to push it that far, though. I don't even know. Because sometimes it gets resized weirdly. Like if you do this, you'll see more. I don't know. So, oops, I shouldn't have done that. But that's the rough idea. Okay. So, and the center is 0, 0. Okay, draw a picture of the coordinate planes on the right. You will add this later. Okay, so I could draw this in your notebook if you want to. Okay, so now we're going to, how are you going to do a random X and Y position, right? Well, you can think about that. Or, hey, let's just see what it does. In change position, create new variables for new X pause and new Y pause. Let's do this. New X pause and new Y pause. All right. And set them equal to your random number solution above. So what I would say new X pause is going to be a random. So we go random. Which one is it? Randint. Now we want to go from, let's say, the X positions. Let's say negative 180 to positive 180. I want to go to the very end because I might get off screen if I do that. And the Y pause will go rand.randint. Let's go to positive 140. Oh wait, no. Negative 140 to positive 140. Okay. These don't work. Oh, we haven't used them yet. That's why it's crying. That's what I would do. And then we're going to use goTo to method to move the shape to the new coordinates. All right. So we're going to use goTo, but what's going to go to? Spot. Spot.goTo. Those. Finally, instead of printing spot was picked on the spot click, just change the position of the shape by replacing print statement with change position. Okay. So what we're going to do, instead of just printing this, we're just going to run this function. You know what? I still want it to print. So here's the thing. Every time spot clicked is clicked, it's going to print this and then run this function. That's what I want it to do. All right. And I still want it to say that. Okay. I don't care what Project Lead the Way says. I kind of use it as my debugger. I'm going to run this. Let's see what happens. Oh, it moves. Yeah, it's kind of doing a line. Do I really want it to do a line like that? I don't know. Oh, man. This is like those FPS shooter trainer things you do. You have to click the dots to build up your accuracy. I'm really bad at this. Okay, this is kind of weird to me because, like, I assumed that if this function called change position, I thought it was going to give me an error because this change position was created after spot click. But it doesn't give me an error because the only time you use spot clicked is right here. And that's after these were defined. That's kind of neat to me. Now, I probably don't want those lines drawing, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to spot dot pen up over here. I don't want lines. I don't even know if Project Lead the Way tells me to do that. Okay. Ooh. It's nice and big. Okay, good. Note the shape is leaving a trail. Oh, oh man, I'm already ahead of the. I can think faster than you, Project Lead the Way. Hide turtle methods shape to fix your problem. Okay, so a few other things. Pen up, pen down, hide turtle. I'm never going to use pen down. I don't care. So one thing you might think about is every time you click, you see how it moves? Maybe you don't want it to move. Maybe you want it to be instantly over there, right? If that's the case, we can do this. Spot, hide, turtle. And then we can go spot, show, turtle. So what if we did this? So maybe you just want it to pop over there. You want it to do that? I don't know. That's your choice. I don't care, so I'm just going to leave it like that. There you go. All right, moving on to the next part. That's kind of neat. You know, if you wanted to play, you're looking at my code, change it to different shapes. You can make the spots smaller. You want to practice your, practice your targeting skills. Go for it. Let's put a score. We're going to do that next. Your shape is now bouncing around the screen, but the game's not complete until there's a score. Next, we want to track the score. In the game configuration section of your code, create a new variable called score with a score of 0. All right, game configuration. We're going to call it score. We're going to set to 0. That's your starting score. Score is a unique variable in this game because you want this variable to be accessible throughout the program. It needs to be global. Wow, more vocabulary words. Yay. Global means that, like, you know how, like, you start variables like new xpos and ypos are in, like, the function? That means these variables are only going to be used inside this function right here. Change position. But sometimes you want a variable to be used outside of that. So you can make global variables. In general, it's better to have things inside of here, but let's not worry about that for now. Global means everything can access them. All right, the program, the code editor utilizes 2 turtle shapes. Oh, seriously? The circle turtle does not define the global variable in its update score, and the square turtle does. Oh, so we get new code to worry about here. Let's see what this does. Oh, every time I click on this, I just started clicking. Okay, and increase the score. When you click on the square. So what does it do? Okay, so every time I click on that square, it does something, and the circle doesn't. Or the spot doesn't. Okay. Why does it not update? That's weird. Looks like it should. Why wouldn't it update? It never does. Oh, it's not supposed to, right? Oh, so here's the problem. Because we have a score equals 0, the difference here is for box. Oh, that's so annoying. So the difference here is like box, which updates, has this global score, right? We define the score variable as a global variable. But then inside of here, you have to also declare the score global variable for it to work. So it's only updating for box, but it's not updating for spot. What we'd like it to do is update for both of them. So what we're going to do next is create a new function called update score. So it's better just to make a new function for these instead of just, and then use that function inside of these other functions rather than just trying to duplicate the code. So what it's asking us to do, let's define a function. Update score. What I want it to do is that we're going to add global score. I'm looking at step 29. Add the global variable score, just like box does. Don't put a period. Increment this and print this. Oh, so we're basically just stealing the same code for box. What's the difference? Okay. And the spot clicked function, add a line to call the code update score. Why not just have update score? Okay, if I just do that and run it. I feel like these directions were just trying to be a little extra here. Wait, why is it not working? Update score. What did I do wrong? Box works. Why doesn't this other one work? When I click on the spot. Okay, I want it to print. You know what? This is really annoying because I can't see it. I'm blaming that. What's going on? Okay, that should work. When you, this is going to be a really stupid problem, right? It works just like box. Should do the same thing. Why wouldn't this work? Should print. I just define this, right? If we did this. Why did that work and then this doesn't work? Now that works. What is the difference between this and this? I don't see a difference. I'm not crazy, am I? I'm going to pause. I found it, folks. The function, so I was getting tripped up on why these weren't working. Oh, not this one. When I tried one variable or two variables, I didn't know if it was variable names. Turns out there's a key part to onClick I didn't pay attention to. The function referenced in onClick must be defined to take two parameters, x and y. So that's why it wasn't working. Because you have to. Okay. So you have to have that. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, because you probably want your location. I just assumed like you could, but you don't always. So you need to, yeah. So there, I have to x and y. So, okay, so that means, okay, so I had a question on that. Like when you do a function, what do the parameters have to be? Could you just have different parameters? Okay, that works. Oh, wow. Yeah, class time. I'm pausing the video. All right, folks. I have coffee now. Let's see if I can get through 18 more steps. Good luck, me. You know, those of you watching at home, just put this on like 1.25 speed because I'm sure that's still going to be slow enough. I wouldn't watch this at normal speed. Huh, let's do this. You know what I'm going to do? Actually, we got this. All right. So, we have made the last thing we did was we made this thing work. Oh, we figured out the problem. So the problem was you need two variables, x and y coordinates, whenever you use onClick. And I added that. So then if we do all this, boom, it works, and it works. Wait. Everything works. It's perfect. All right, and I added that into here. So the next step. Oh, in your spot click function, add a line to update the score. Okay, so let's go in my actual code, not this code. That's lame. So we need a score. Score is 0. We're going to update the score. Are we actually making an update score? Oh, we should make an update score function. Okay, fine. So I'm just going to copy what they do. So I'm not creative. I'm not going to call it banana. I'm going to call it update score. And then we are going to call update score and spot clicked. So, and you know what? I'm not even going to print this anymore because we are going to be printing out the updated score. So let's run this. Stop it. Then you go. I thought I just stopped it. It was bugging out on me, so let's do this again. Why is it already running? Stop. Run. Oh. Update score. Oh, okay. So spot clicked. Whatever this is, it's gonna call that. And I don't need update score to be X and Y. So I can just do this. That's okay. So boom. Updates my score, right? Okay, there we go. It's just printing the new score. Okay. And then the next issue is going to be, don't need this. Print the console is great for debugging, but we want to put the score in the screen, right? Create new turtles called score writer. What is the current position of score writer? Okay. The center of the screen. Okay, yeah, when you create a new turtle. In the appropriate section of my code. Oh. Probably in game. You know what? Game configuration. No, I think I'm going to do it right here. Score writer. Turtle. All right, I'm going to do it right there. We don't need that code anymore. Discuss with an elbow partner where you think the best place for score writer is. I'd say right there. You could do it in game configuration too, but since we're initializing turtles, I'm going to put all initializing there. Sure. Where do I want to put the score? Well, if I would put a score on someplace, probably like up here, center, or the top right or top left. Let's do center. I'm going to just do center. Okay. A countdown should be displayed. The document at center point. Okay. I'm gonna put and you know what? I'm gonna annotate this. I'm gonna put my score up here. Actually, for doing it this way, I'll put my score right here. I'll put my timer right here. You can put wherever you want. I don't care. You can put it on the bottom, left, right. Doesn't matter to me. I don't think it matters. It's just where you want to put it. Use GoTo to move score writer to the location you identified. All right. Probably want to do a pen up. So I'm going to do score writer dot poo for pin up. And then I'm going to go for writer dot go to. Let's go to that position. Top corner is going to be at negative, let's call it negative 180. And then like maximum, I'm going to go 140. Kind of max, but not super max, right? Right here, because I don't want to go outside the screen. I'm going to make it here. And yeah. Run your code. There it is. Oh, maybe I want to go higher. 170. Sure, close enough. All right. Create a variable called font setup and set it equal to Arial and all of this. Okay, so the game configuration font setup, we're going to set it equal to this list right here. Equal that. Cool. Font parameter of right. Okay, so turtles can write words on the screen. Default values for text is this. Okay, so you know what? I'm actually going to document this because this seems like something I might want to document for later. So this is going to be part of I'm actually going to make that smaller so it fits better. Is how to set up a font. Where was it in the lesson? You have to use it as a tuple. A tuple is just, it's kind of like a list, but it's like where a list is, a tuple is like a list. The difference, the tuple is declared with parentheses. Tuple cannot be changed. So lists, I think, were square brackets, and tuples are parentheses. You can't like append things to a tuple, or you can't pop things out to a tuple. So, yep. Maybe it says this set needs to be a tuple. Okay. Did I define a tuple? Yeah, but I'm okay with that. So font, font size, and font style. And that's, so it's font, font size, font style. So that's just my note to remember that format. Okay. Place the print statement and update score to scorewriter.write. What? Okay. So update score. We're going to do this. Okay. And run your code. What does it do? A lot of back and forth I have to do. Dual monitors would be really nice. Okay. Oh, look at that. You probably can't see it because I have my... Oh, yeah. Every time I click, just writes a number, but it's like not erasing the old one. The current problem is the score never erases. Oh, man, use the clear command. Oh, yeah, I had to use this. So what I want to do is I want to scorewriter.clear. Okay, so geez, we're going to have to add a lot, man. Oh, 121 should slow down. Scorewriter.write. So I'm going to say, writes the score text using the font indicated. Okay. Writes where the turtle is. So it kind of writes exactly where the turtle is, given that. Okay, and then we're going to use the .clear command. .clear. This will clear everything the turtle as written. So it clears only that turtle, all right? Not everything else. Now if I do this and I run, okay. So I want to clear and then write again. So I go, boop. Okay. I probably want to hide that turtle too, right? I'm going to do score dot hide turtle. I mean, that probably looks better. I don't want that cursor sitting there. Okay, I probably should hide that turtle way earlier. I don't want to see that movement either. Okay. Fix your code so the score erases each time it passes. I did. Ensure the game is functioning as it should at this point. Game should move the shape every time it's clicked. So every time I click, does my score. It would be nice if there was a label that said this is my score and stuff like that. I'm sure that's coming at future lessons, though. So I'm not going to worry about it right now. Oh, yeah, I shouldn't move that because I have to do the timer. All right. Add a countdown. Having a score is half the fun of the game. Clicking a turtle and accumulating points would not be as fun if you have all the time in the world. Yes, it would be. Some games don't need timers. 30-second countdown timer will fix this, like the turtle click below. In this case, on timer, it begins the screen. Oh, I'm going to learn a new thing because, like, hey, let's just keep loading us up with new things that I'm sure we'll remember. I don't know. Everyone who got through this lesson, you know, I'm proud of you. See what this code does. I don't know. What does it do? Uh-oh, it counts down. Time's up. Oh, okay. Okay. See how the timer works. Time 4, 3, 1. Okay, so I kind of want to see what's going on with this code. Sets up variables, blah, blah, blah. Interval Okay, milliseconds, I guess that is 1,000 milliseconds. Timer up false. Oh, it's setting up a Boolean variable too? Oh boy, you're just doing a lot of stuff right now. Just let's throw it all out. You can define two globals like that? That's kind of nice. Oh, I should have put that in my commands. Did I put that in my commands? I should put that in there. And I actually learned about it. I think it was right before random. Right? Close enough. Oh. Global. Outside of, if you wish to use a global inside of a function, you need to declare it like this to work. Okay. So example, score equals 0, def update score, and then you would just do global score. Can you not, please? Thank you. And then etc. more code. So defining that. Okay. All right. Back to focusing on whatever I'm trying to do. Timer is less than or equal to 0. Say time's up. And else write time. Oh, neat how you can like put timer, because I was talking before like I need a label. Okay. Copy the countdown variables and countdown writer turtle setup in the appropriate section. Countdown variables? Okay, so, oh, we're stealing everything. Got it. Okay, game configuration. We don't need this twice. Come on. Countdown writer, counter equals turtle. Okay, we make a new count. We make a new turtle. Okay, for the counter, all right, the timer or whatever. And we define this function. And new function, because why not? And then I bet we have to do this on timer thing, right? Oh, so the timer is this. Countdown. Oh, so count interval is how often we do it. So we said 1,000, that we do every 1 second, 1,000 milliseconds. And then it calls the function countdown. Oh, cool. Another thing to add to the list of things I learned. Awesome. Thank you. Oops. Now you probably have to put this one there. Run your code. Okay. Find out what happens. Time's up. I can still play. Okay. So I probably want to move a few things, right? So I created that turtle. I kind of want to do what I did with the score writer. And then I'm going to go to, let's say, positive 150. So it goes to that corner. See what it does. What? Huh? It's not called score writer, it's called counter. Almost done with this, folks. I can feel the end. 50. Oops. Move it over. Can't see it. Okay. Fine. Move it over a lot. Uh-oh. Times, 40. Okay. Actually be able to see this. Okay, there we go. So, a few things. Does the counter move? I made corrections. Changed the variable from 30 to 5 seconds. Now the timer runs out. The game's to continue to run. This is because the game's not checking if the timer runs out. Copy the variable called timer up into your new code in the countdown. Timer will change to true when the timer comes out. Okay. Oh man, so then we got to fix this. Oh, and then it's my turn? No. Okay, so let's do a few things. I like how this says timer. And they did this for the not the timer, the score update. So we're going to write this timer plus score. What if we did that? Does it just work? No, it's going to cry about that, isn't it? Because it wants this to be a stir string. I wish it would just be smart enough to understand that I want it to be a string. But it shouldn't say timer score. And it should probably start with the 0, huh? Okay. And then I don't want it to keep going. So, okay, on the update the score thing, I only want this to update the score. I don't even want it to move. On click. Where's the on click? Spot clicked. I want it to check here. So if let's timer up. Up equals false. That means it can keep doing all this stuff. Then I want it to do these things. If it's not false, I don't want it to do anything. So here's how I would do it. So there. And now it shouldn't do anything more. Yay. My score, I want it to say 0 at the start too. So I'm going to make it do this. So it shows a score of 0. All right, cool. Now, so the last thing I should put in, I'm going to put this in. Actually, I'm going to put all of this code together. I know if I don't do that, I'm not going to get this right. So that's it, folks. Let's stop this video. I think I've done enough. I'm going to update my work here. It's your turn to make more to your game. Different features. Okay. That was long enough. We're done.